At osandvtxreviews.com, we have already reviewed quite a lot of solar chargers, and the last one that we reviewed happened to be the Gaia foldable razor-like solar panel charger for both iPods and basically for anything that uses a USB connection. Now, what this is another USB charger. Now, this is a very generic build. There's actually no brand name, and outside of the box, it just says solar charger. So that was very interesting, and we're going to take a look at this device in comparison, of course, to the Gaia and other solar chargers we've tested. How does this more generic model perform? The first thing you note that because it's generic and doesn't have a model or a brand name, I will be providing you with a link to where to purchase the device and where we got our review model from. Now, it's very interesting because for generic models, you would expect something to be a lot worse quality because there's no brand name in anything. And we'll start off by saying this is one of the best solar chargers we have ever tested. And in comparison to the Gaia model, which is another foldable, kind of like a razor phone where you fold out to get the solar panels, we gave it a very poor rating, and because the construction was poor and the charging methods were very poorly integrated, and it still cost you around $60, which is expensive for a charger at any cost. Not to say that this isn't cheap. This is going to run you around $50. It's a little bit more inexpensive, but it's still pretty expensive for external battery pack and for a charger system. Again, we have a two-slate design, meaning that we fold this device out to reveal two solar panels. The solar panel area on this is a lot larger than other devices. It's roughly the size of an iPod Touch, so it's a lot larger than some mini solar chargers, so it's going to capture more light, even if we're indoors and we're just using artificial light. We turn on this light right now, like so. It still will register that even if it's not daylight outside, so that's just something to take notice of. So it's got a very sensitive panel over here, and for the most part it seems pretty stress resistant. Even if we cover some part of it, it's still charging, which is a great indication. Taking a look at the design, it's a very, discreet model. It looks kind of like a Nintendo DS from the outside. It has this nice casing. It's actually very well made. One of their biggest complaints with some solar chargers is that it's very poorly made. This one feels like it's made out of not just plastics, but metals. And that's really impressive. It feels really cold, and it feels really solid. The hinge never creaks when you open and close the device. It feels like we can drop it a few times and nothing will even happen to it, which is something rare in solar chargers indeed. Taking a look, we also have a on-off, basically, switch to turn the device on and off. Again, no creaking of any kind, and it closes very nicely, very satisfyingly, and no creaking, which is a great thing. So it's made out of this silver material, and the battery pack is inside. And on the top of the device, or on the right-hand side, we actually find more features than just a solar power itself. We have, of course, the USB to charge devices like an iPhone or iPod Touch or any other mobile device that you have. We also have a outlet for charging the battery inside, so you can just charge this battery using a wall adapter, and then using this on the go to charge your mobile device. So just use this as an extended battery pack if you don't have any sunlight. Or you can just open this up, and when you're accessing sunlight, the LED flashes red, which means that this device is also charging via solar light. So you can charge via this, or charge the battery inside via this, or charge the battery inside here via an outlet port, which is great. We also have an input. The input is for charging, and the output is for outputting the energy to these devices. It comes with a pack of chargers for your iPod Touch and for Motorola phones. You also have a mini USB, macro USB. Those for charging it directly using this port, or you can use your own cord and charge it using this part. And the last one is actually an LED, and that's the last feature. This can also be a flashlight, which is pretty cool. So how you access this is that when this device is off, it's charging. When we're on to this side, it becomes a light. This is a very bright LED light. It's very bright, and it's something that works really well, actually. In nighttime conditions, it's really handy, in addition to being, a battery pack. And when we're on this side, the red light automatically turns on. When we're on this side, it means it's charging whatever device it's connected to. Battery for this extends battery life for completes actually for iPhones and iPod Touches completes a full charge cycle, which is impressive. Which adds around like how much battery your iPod has, it adds that much on, because if it were depleted and we can fully charge it again, it's how much it adds, which is pretty impressive. So it adds a lot of talk time and movie watching and entertainment time. So the battery life is very good. It's really easy to charge, and the battery life is easy to use up and then charge again. There's no problem with, sometimes it's charging, sometimes it's not, like we had with other solar chargers. Now, one disappointment that we had with this device is that it's really bulky, and because it's got great battery life, because it has a very large capacity battery underneath this lithium ion and all these features and stuff, it comes out at a pretty big portfolio. So when we're holding something like an iPod Touch, you're gonna immediately notice that it's very large, and so it might not be the best portable device. Sometimes we think, because it's not like we can put the iPod inside and act as this like a case. It's very large, so you're gonna have to take a little bit more weight. On the bright side, it's also pretty lightweight, so you're not going to have too much issues there. So overall, if you want something that's one of the best solar chargers that we've ever tested, because battery life, it's really easy to use, all the features are integrated well, and we thought that this product was just really well thought out, because everything it does with great quality, and all the promises that it makes on the ads are actually correct for this device. It charges things well, it saves energy, it's got bonus features that work well, things are clear, easy to read, multiple ways to charge both your device and to charge the battery inside. So it's one of their best solar chargers, again, that we've had. We can't reiterate that enough. Just expect a little bit of a bulkier package because it's made out of metal and plastics combined. So that's something to take note of. So maybe you have a large pack or something, you maybe want to put this into a backpack or something when you're traveling instead of maybe into your pocket, because that's going to be a little large. Thank you. Read our full review at osandvtxreviews.com. This is the solar charger.